Good morning, Bradley here. Today I thought I'd make a video about classical music. I've been trying to get into that a little more over the years. I know pretty much nothing about classical music, I'll be honest. The only composer I know something of is Bach, which I have several of his compositions in my collection. But as far as the other classical composers, I'm familiar with a lot of the names, but that's pretty much the extent of it. And I will say, if you want to learn more about classical music, go to Michael at Poetry on Plastic, his channel. He knows a lot about it. So I'm going to just tell you my impressions of these albums I'm buying. Just my opinions. Anyhow, the other week, a couple weeks ago, I thought I would buy, I ended up buying 3 classical music albums online from, actually all 3 are on the Deutsche Grammophon label, a German label which specializes in classical music. The vast majority of their releases are classical music, and they always have the best composers, the best philharmonics, and they have a really good sound to the records. I would compare it with maybe Impulse jazz label, because Impulse had great musicians and all that, and also just the packaging. They each have their own unique style. Impulse, orange and black records, whereas Deutsche Grammophon is known for their yellow logo, usually very large like that, along with tulips in the label and logo. So anyhow, this album, the other 2 albums I got are more of the traditional composers. This one is by a 21st century American composer. His name is John Adams. I knew nothing about him. He's from Massachusetts. He's been composing for 30 or 40 years. The name of this is Must the Devil Have All the Good Tunes? And it's performed by the Los Angeles Philharmonic, conducted by Gustavo Dudamel, and it features on piano Yuja Wang. Now if you look at that cover art on there, it's kind of unusual, I would say, for a Deutsche Grammophon recording. It's got man and the devil. Rear of the album. And I will show the label. I don't know if they're changing the label, or maybe it's just this particular recording. Usually the labels are all yellow and have tulips around the edge. This is more of a darker, and it has a small Deutsche Grammophon label in that, which I prefer the other ones. The other ones look much cooler. Anyhow, it comes with a really nice insert, which shows the conductor, or the composer, John Adams, cover art, conductor, Gustavo Dudamel, and Yuja Wang, the pianist. And on the rear, it's got the names of all the musicians in the Philharmonic and the instruments they play, which is very cool. It's got really nice liner notes in English and in German for you bilingual people. Excellent little insert there. So I'll get on with the actual album. it has 3 movements on here, and then it's got an additional song at the very end of the album, which is just solo piano by Yuja Wang. So anyhow, the first movement in Must the Devil Have All the Good Tunes? They don't have names to these movements, but just descriptions. It says gritty, funky, but in strict tempo, twitchy, bot-like. That's 11 minutes long. That's a pretty good description. It's gritty, it's funky, twitchy, bot-like. It can be maybe a little chaotic at times. It'll kind of come out of the speaker at times and kind of grab you. Not a relaxing listen as far as I'm concerned. Now the second movement, it is described as much slower, gently relaxed, which is very true. Kind of calms down the tempo and just much more relaxing. Now on the other side of the album, it starts out with maybe a minute prelude or something, and then it goes in third movement, which is called Obsession/Swing. Now that swing in there, I mean, I think a couple times on this, I could almost detect a jazzy swing element slightly. But and I think that's what's playing right now. Well, no, I think this is the last song called China Gates, a solo piano. But like I said, this is a little different album. It's very modern classical music, but I thought I would give it a try, and I like it. I'm not going to say I love it, but I've been listening to it quite a bit, and I will be in the future. So, John Adams, Must the Devil Have All the Good Tunes, on Deutsche Grammophon. Check it out. Okay, everybody out there, stay warm, stay cool, stay safe, and I will see you folks the next time. See ya.